All right, today we're going to be making one of my favorite dishes, which is pasta with a roasted red pepper sauce and creamy burrata topping. To start, take 2 to 3 pounds of red peppers, and then we're going to want to cut these into strips. The reason why we're doing strips is that they're going to roast for about 45 minutes to an hour, so we don't want them to be in small pieces and have the potential to burn. After the peppers, we're going to want to take 2 shallots and get a fine dice on these, and then set aside for later. Then we're going to take 3 to 4 cloves of garlic, and then we're going to give this a fine mince. There's no worry about the garlic burning here, as we're actually going to add it to the red peppers after they've roasted. For our final prep, we're going to take a handful of parsley and then give it a fine chop, enough to give us about 1/4 cup. Now this is just going onto the pasta after it's finished, so we can set this aside for later. Since everything is going to be cooked together, you're going to want to take a large pot and then on medium heat add a little bit of olive oil, and then we're going to begin to saute these shallots. Now we're only going to cook them for a few minutes, just until they turn translucent and then start to become a nice golden color. At this point, you're going to add in a teaspoon of dried oregano and dried thyme, give it a stir, and then cook for another minute or so. Now it's time to add in the peppers. We're going to add in all the peppers at once and then season generously with salt just to let out some of the moisture and help the cooking process. Finish with a little bit of black pepper, and then we're going to give this a stir, and we're going to want to keep a close eye on it by stirring every few minutes. We just want to make sure that none of the peppers are sticking to the bottom and that they're all cooking evenly. After about 30 minutes, you can see that a lot of these peppers have reduced down, and I'm re-seasoning with salt and pepper to taste, and then cook for about another 20 minutes until fully caramelized. Once your peppers are fully caramelized and can't hold their shape anymore, we're going to add in the minced garlic from earlier and cook for just a few minutes until the garlic starts to brown. At this point, we're going to add in 1/4 cup of balsamic vinegar and make sure to deglaze the pan and get that fond on the bottom. Afterwards, take 1.5 cups to 2 cups of chicken stock and pour that directly in and give it a stir, and we're going to bring this mixture to a simmer. It's at this point that you can now begin to boil your water and drop your pasta. Now returning to the peppers, we're going to turn off the heat and then add in 1/4 cup of heavy cream and give this a good stir until well incorporated. To finish the sauce, I've transferred over all the peppers and broth into a blender, and we're going to begin to mix together until it's smooth and creamy. If you've cooked the peppers long enough, they should blend pretty effortlessly and should only take a few minutes in order to get the right consistency. Once the sauce is fully blended, now we're going to add in 1/4 cup of fresh Parmesan cheese directly into the sauce, and then we're going to re-blend until it's well incorporated. And to finish it off, you can season to taste with a little bit of salt and black pepper. Now, for mixing the pasta, you may have seen this in one of my previous videos, but I like to put the pasta directly into a metal mixing bowl and then adding a couple spoonfuls of sauce directly on top and then giving it a good mix. Now, you might want to keep some of the salty pasta water on the side in case your sauce is too thick, just to even out the consistency. For plating, I'm putting the pasta in a nice nest, and then we're going to take a piece of halved burrata and place directly on top, and then we're going to garnish with the parsley from earlier. And there you have it, red pepper pasta. If you guys like the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.